everyone, my name is Rita Gehman, and I'm an intuitive coach, and this video is about INTJ personality types. Now, I'm an INTJ myself, and there are many other people. I've known Vietnam veterans who are INTJs, and they have high social intelligence, and they're easy to get along with. Now, introverts does not necessarily mean that you're shy or you're socially, you're socially whatever inept. I've known many introverts who have high social intelligence. This is very common, especially among introverted feelers, but I've known some really adept INTJs, and they tend to be around feelers or married to a feeler. That helps the social intelligence really grow. Introversion simply means that your energy likes to flow inward rather than flowing outward to other people. And extroversion just simply means that your energy likes to flow outward to other people rather than inward. Now, when you are in a weakened position and you're introverted, then you tend to get by yourself and you tend to draw from your bank, you draw from deep within yourself to strengthen yourself. Whereas extroverts, because they have, in other words, you draw from the bank that you keep feeding every day, you draw from that bank in order to strengthen yourself. Whereas an extrovert, when they're putting energy out into other people, what's happening is whenever they feel weak, they need that energy back from other people. They need other people to comfort them and help them feel better. So that's the difference between introverts and extroverts. That's the true difference. It has nothing to do with preferring to be alone and preferring to be around other people. Those are general terms. The truth is, I know many introverts who are people persons, a person who's a people person. I've known many introverts who are highly socially intelligent, and I've known INTJs who are highly socially intelligent. INTJs, as a rule, we tend to be generally cold-natured people. I've known warm INTJs, but it's very rare. INTJs tend to be very good at manipulation, both the good and the bad kinds. Manipulation does not necessarily mean something bad. It just means that you're good at manipulating other people. And there's such a thing as positive manipulation. So INTJs tend to be good at manipulation itself, whether they use it for the good or the bad traits. INTJs we're very good at reading people and reading energies and forming it into a logical, solid structure that we can describe to somebody else without sounding too frou-frou or too out there. INTJs are we're very solid. We're very powerful. INTJs there are 5 basic human needs: freedom, power, love and belonging, survival, and fun. And INTJs, on average, tend to be power-loving people. There's nothing wrong with power. Power is good. INTJs tend to be people who there are INTJs who are less socially intelligent, and when they encounter an extrovert, the extrovert often feels uncomfortable around the INTJ, simply because, not because there's anything wrong with being an INTJ, but simply because INTJs tend to be very hard to figure out. And so for an extrovert who their sole purpose in life is to understand people and bring them into their own personal community, an INTJ can be kind of seen not like an outcast or anything, but just like somebody who's difficult to figure out, and an extrovert can find that frustrating. INTJs tend to be people who we're very good at playing smoke and mirrors. We're very good at muting how people see us and changing how people see us and changing depending upon our mood or what we want to accomplish at that time. Again, it's a form of manipulation, and we're very good at doing that. It's not a bad thing. It's just we have the adeptness of working with people in that kind of way. So if you're in an environment where you're around especially an extroverted feeler, where they're looking for honesty and integrity, and they're looking to be open about it, and they're looking for that from you, and you're an INTJ, it's more difficult for us to pull that off, and it's more difficult for us to feel comfortable doing that, because extroverted feelers, they tend to see the world in a way that, okay, we're all one big community, so we need to all be really open and honest with each other about how we think and how we feel, so that we can help each other with these things. And INTJs, we tend to be a little bit more of a loner type. It's not all of us are like that, but it's an overall average. And so we tend to see the world in a very kind of along strict measures, and we tend to kind of force the world into those strict measures because we have the ability to do so. I don't know any other personality type is able to actually force the world to fit their own their own patterns the way they want the world to fit, as well as INTJs are. I believe that we are the people who are able to do that the best. INTJs are very, very strong. We tend to be more sensitive to feelers because the feelers who give us an emotional attack because we are not heart-based traits, and we don't necessarily use our emotional muscle as much. We don't have this cushion of protection around us that tends to protect us from emotional attacks. So we tend to be weaker in the face of feelers more than any other trait. Um, Extroverted feelers may be a little bit harder on some of us, but mostly on average, it's the feelers that we feel more weak around if we are affected by them at all. Um, so it's really important to understand that as an INTJ, you have certain traits, you have certain abilities, and you have a lot of strength and a lot of power and a lot of force and a lot of ability to manipulate the world to fit whatever form you want it to fit. You have all of that ability within you. But on the other side of the coin, you have the fact that you tend to be a little bit more susceptible to feeler traits. So if you want to become more immune to that, and all INTJs would want to become more immune to that, um, simply exercising your emotions every day, especially in an extroverted way, that's an excellent way to build up your resistance, because the more you exercise your emotional muscle, the more you're immune to emotional attacks from other people. Um, for a feeler, all they would need to do is do a little emotional attack, and to them it would be nothing, and they wouldn't even notice it if somebody did it to them. But to you, it's like devastating. To us, it's devastating. But if you're exercising your emotional muscle every day, you're becoming an INTJ that doesn't have a weakness anymore in any way. And hey, who wouldn't want that? So as an INTJ, I'm very proud. I'm very proud to be an INTJ, a card-carrying INTJ. I love being an INTJ, and I think INTJs are some of the most powerful people in the world. I really love us.